Hey, summer's here and we're expecting a really hot summer, and if you got a window air conditioner like this, I'm going to show you how to make it blow a lot colder and save you a lot of energy. We're going to do that right after this. All right, if you've got one of these, there's a little hidden secret that a lot of people don't know about these that will save you a bunch of money, and it'll make it blow a lot colder. Trust me, if you've used yours more than 1 year, you probably need to do this. And that is, there's a part of this that can get clogged up that a lot of people don't even know about. You might be going, oh yeah, I know about the filter in these. No, that's not it. What you do is you got to clean back in here. There's 2 coils in here, and the one back here will get really filthy, and there's no way to just simply clean it. They don't make it easy for you. I'm going to show you how to do it. It's not super hard. So let's get into that. We'll go through that. First thing you want to do is you want to disassemble this whole outer shell. That usually starts with taking off this front cover. Mine's already loose, so I've got it that far. A lot of times you're going to have your main controller up here attached to something in here, so disconnect that, disconnect any wiring, and take it out. Now if you've got a filter, which you should have, you want to take that and clean it like in your sink. Just use some soapy water, let it dry good. You can blow them out, but it's better to wash it. You'll get it even cleaner. So once you've done that, we're going to go on to the next step. So now the next step is to get this outer metal shell off, and all of these air conditioners are different. I've got 4 of them that I have to do this to, and I'm not going to show you exactly how to do it because they're all different. Just kind of figure it out. Usually there's screws you got to take loose on the outside. You get enough of them loose and you can start getting that shell off. Sometime it comes out the top, sometime off the back. In this case, this whole inner part slides out the front, so it's different. I've already loosened the screws on that. Now make sure you keep track of them. And once you do that, you want to simply get this shell off. So we're going to do that. We'll probably speed up through it, and then we'll get to the next step. Okay, you can see we slid this one straight out the front. Came out fairly easy. Just make sure that you don't bump any of these fins on the front side or the back side because they're very delicate. You can bend them. You bend them, that's less airflow, and less airflow means less cooling, so just be careful with it. Okay, so here's the front side of it. These are the front coil, the condenser in the front. Now on the back is basically very similar thing. This is the area that gets beat up a lot. If you bend those fins like that, you do a little bit of damage, so just be careful with it. Now the dirty area is on the other side of this, and most of the time I've found it's really hard to get to that side. We're going to see if we can. If you can take enough screws loose and get this shroud out of the way, that's even better. But if you can't, I'll give you some pointers on that. We're trying to clean inside here, and I'm going to show you some pictures here. You can see how dirty these get. They can get completely caked over, and it's a wonder they cool at all. All right, you see this right here? I just reached in there and scraped it a little bit with my fingernail, and I got that much. It looks almost like insulation. It's just debris from the air, and it just accumulates on all air conditioners. So that's what we're trying to get out. Okay, I wanted to mention one other thing. You want to blow all this off if you can. You can wash it off with a hose also, which we're going to do. But when you do that, you want to try and avoid getting too much on the electrical things like the electrical motor, the control panel, and that. So you might start with blowing it off. And we're going to use this little blower here. If you haven't seen these things are amazing. I use them every day. That little tiny fan blows at 100,000 RPMs. And I showed one before by Wolfbox. This company called Yotan sent me theirs, and the reason I took it is because it's exactly the same thing Same everything about it, except theirs is $10 less. I'll put a link to this in the description down below. But watch, if we got much dust here, you'll see how it works. Now, of course, you want to do this outside. So you can see they have a ton of blowing power, so it's really handy around the shop. It replaces canned air basically, so I use it daily. Okay, so I'm going to continue trying to take this apart. I happen to have a lot of long drill bit extensions, so we're going to try and reach down in there and take it apart. Okay, this is about as far as we can get it undone, but wait till you see what's in here. It's gonna gross you out probably to know. We're gonna zoom in here and I'll show you what this is. Okay, this is as far as this one's gonna come apart. I loosened this and picked it up a little. You don't wanna move it too far. You could bend one of the copper lines over here. I did this mainly to show you guys. Watch this. I'm gonna take this brush I got right here and just brush it a little bit. Okay, you see how much I pulled out of there in just that one little brush? It gets nasty in there. So you can see why it's necessary. With all that coating of fuzz and hair and everything in here, you're barely getting any air through here. It's gonna make this thing work a lot harder, and you're gonna use a lot more energy and put out far less cold air, and that's the point of this. So if you can't get this shroud off like I did, which happens, the last one I cleaned for myself, I couldn't get the shroud off. Then what you want to do is just, you're going to try and clean it with soapy water, or there's special coil cleaner you can buy for these that foams through it. I don't think it's necessary. I even checked with ChatGPT, for example, and it says there's other ways around it. So we're going to do the other way and show you the simpler, cheaper way. If you can come up with one of these brushes like this, I just bent this one so that it could reach in there, but then you could reach in around the fan and kind of scrape and break a lot of that up, because washing it is not really going to wash it all out, honestly. When it's this thick, it's like trying to wash a blanket out of here. It just doesn't want to come out. So if you can wash it and scrub it with this brush, you're going to get a lot better results. So since we got ours this far out, we're going to scrub it with a brush. Then I'm going to show you the washing procedure. Okay, so far that's how much I've just scraped out with the brush, and that's the majority of it, but it's also going to have a lot on these fins. It's dirty. We're going to clean it even further, but we'll finish scraping it and then we'll do the cleaning. Okay, you'll notice my lips are moving, but no sound is coming out, because for about the 5th time in multiple videos, my sound quit right in the middle of a video again. So I'm going to tell you what's going on. We're using a orange citrus based cleaner here, and we're diluting it about 50%, because you don't want to use cleaners that are too harsh. It can damage the fins, and you just don't need it. So we're going to spray this orange cleaner on here, and we want to really soak it. Now you can use the canned foam cleaner, and it does penetrate really well and it works good. Maybe a little bit better because of the way it penetrates through the fins, but overall, if you want to save some money and you've got some simple green type cleaner, something kind of mild, you can get by with just using this type of cleaner and just spray it on. Now if you can get to the other side, that's even better. Spray it, because you really want it going all the way through the fins, trying to get off kind of greasy, grimy, dirty stuff when we rinse it here in a bit. So soak it really thoroughly. I went over it several times, and then you want to let it sit maybe up to a minute, not very long, because you don't want it to dry. Because the next step is we're going to get out a garden hose and we're going to spray through the fins to rinse all that cleaner out. Now you don't want to spray real hard. You don't want to spray with a really direct stream because you can damage the fins. They're very, very bendable, very easy to damage. You definitely don't want to get out a pressure washer. So you spray it. I'm spraying it pretty gently here, and then I decided to go ahead and widen the pattern so it sprays even more gentle, but it starts washing out debris pretty much right away. So you just want to rinse until it's flowing pretty clean. You want to try and get all the soapy stuff out. Now we're in the middle of a drought here in 2026, so I'm going to try and use as little water as possible, but there's not much other way to do it but using water. And I am going to reach over and spray from the other side also, so if you can spray some on both sides, you'll get all the soap off faster and rinse it even better. Then I'm going to tip it up and drain the excess water, and then we're ready to assemble it and test it. Okay, I brought it back inside my shop, put it on my workbench, I reassembled it, and it's fired up now. I just started it. We're going to check and see how cold it's blowing. We're going to let it run for a minute here because it takes a minute basically to get it up to a temperature, or down to temperature in this case. We're going to check it with this infrared thermometer by Kilted. Now this was sent to me. You can see their name here on the box and that. This was sent to me a while back, and I didn't get around to putting out a video because of health issues. I got a message for you guys at the end of this video, so I hope you'll stick around. But we got a chance now to find out how cold this is putting out. So let's fire it up and let's find out how cold this is blowing. Okay, so it's ready now. And first we got to open the lens cap, which is nice to have on here. Now I'm going to tell you right off the bat, feeling this thing, it feels like it's blowing ice cold, and I think we're going to find out it really is. So it's probably hard for you guys to see, but I'm going to show you a screenshot of it. Basically, it's blowing right around 33 to 34 degrees. Now, it doesn't get much colder than that, or else it would be shooting out ice cubes and you could have your own ice. No, seriously, I didn't have a chance to measure it before this, but I guarantee you it's dropped by probably 10 degrees, and it's going to use less electricity and it's just going to work better. Now, it's quite a bit of work. If it's beyond your capabilities, you might want to have a friend come help you or pay a handyman. And again, I want to thank Kilted for sending me this. I have used it quite a bit. I'm going to put out some more videos, but there you see how functional something like this can be. Now, hey, for my regular subscribers and for those of you that are new to my channel, I thank you for sticking around this far. I just want to mention that YouTube alone really pays very little, so we rely on support from things like memberships on our YouTube channel, our Patreon channel. We have an online store with a bunch of merchandise in there that might help you out, and I'm not talking just t-shirts, I'm talking tools and functional things, ebooks and more. My wife and I have been going through a lot in the last few years. I've had a lot of bad health issues to where I'm just extremely fatigued all the time. I'm working on it all the time, but makes it hard to survive. So we really appreciate your support, even if it's just a thumbs up or sharing the video or even just commenting. All of that matters to the YouTube algorithm. And if you want to know even more, I explain more about our health issues and more how we're struggling to keep from losing the place we're in, getting kicked out, because we're using credit to pay credit right now, trying to get ahead. There's more information down below, or I explain it all in a GoFundMe. You can see that link on the screen here. But anyway, I really appreciate everybody through all the years, and I hope this has helped you out and given you some insight into these things, because it's something a lot of people don't know. And I also hope to see you on the next video, because I enjoy helping you guys figure these things out. Thanks a lot. I'll see you then. Take care.